So them long road trips are for the birds. Like we stay in Atlanta, but we visit Michigan during the holiday, during most holidays. Me every once in a while. So I cannot stand road trips. Michigan to Atlanta or Atlanta to Michigan is 12 hours. I mean, you sitting in the car just seeing road for half of the day. I can't do it. I cannot do it. So this one time I went to Michigan with my mom. So I rode with her down there. Did I ride with her down there? I can't remember. I didn't ride with her down there. She drove. I couldn't do it. So I got a flight to Grand Rapids. Went to Grand Rapids, did our thing for the holiday. When it was time to come back, my grandmother dropped me off at the airport. Thank God she got me there early, because when I was getting ready to go, I was riding around with my mama so much while we was in Michigan that I left my passport, my social security card, any identification I had, my whole wallet in my mama car. And she left to go back to Atlanta before I went on my flight. So she was already on the road for like 6 hours by the time I got dropped off at the airport. So I'm not thinking about none of this until I'm getting out the car at the airport to go catch my flight. I get out the car, I'll tell my nana bye. I get out the car, she takes off. I start looking for my wallet so I get my ID out my wallet. Can't find my wallet. So I'm like, maybe I left it in my nana car. So look for my phone to call my nana. I don't have my phone. My phone fell out my pocket and was like under my seat. So now I don't got no wallet, no identification. I don't got a phone to call nobody and tell them nothing. So I had to find a stranger and ask them, can I use this cell phone? My nana be on the phone 24/7. So I'm not understanding why she is not answering my phone call. She just dropped me off. I'm calling this lady. It's an unknown number. But I'm calling this lady back to back. I called this lady about 10 times to the point where she just did not answer. So I texted her a couple times and told her it's me. I'm trying to get my phone because I left it in the car. So I just handed the man his phone back. So I'm like, well, I can't make her answer the phone. She ain't answer. I'll just be sitting here till she figure it out. So then maybe 5 minutes went past, and then she called him back. He was like, oh, yeah, your granddaughter, here she is, because he was still standing there smoking a cigarette. So I'm like, what is going on? You driving. You ain't got no other reason to not see the phone call. She was like, oh, yeah, I was on the other line. Okay, well, my phone is in your car. Can you come bring it back, please? So then she come back. I get my phone. I'm looking for my wallet. I don't got my wallet. I'm like, my wallet is in my mama's car. There's no way I'm going to get that back. I ain't never did no research on what you need to fly if you don't got your ID. So then I'm Googling stuff. It's like, yeah, you just got to do extra background check. Okay, cool. Thankfully, it was no line. I was the only person in the line because I got there super early and the airport not that big. So I go walk up to the TSA guy. I'm like, I don't got my ID. All I got is my ticket. He like, you got a passport? With my ID. You got this? Everything he asked me for identification-wise. You got this? You got that? No. It's in my mom's car. He's like, okay. So he'll get a supervisor. Then the supervisor comes, so he got his sheet of paper. He's like, all right, you know all your information because I'm going to call this number, and it take a minute to get through. So thankfully, you here early. So I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I mean, some of them credit check things, they be asking super old questions, and they be wrong. So I don't always get the answers right because I don't remember that far back. So he was like, oh, no, it's simple stuff. You'll get it. So he started asking me the questions. It's like 3-4 questions. I answer and we good. So he's like, all right, come with me. So he walked me through TSA. I go through TSA like normal. Then once I get my stuff off the belt, he grabbed my bag and took it. He was sitting there talking to me, casual conversation, but he took my bag and he like wiping my shoes off, like with a swab. He wiping some type of swab on my shoes, swab on my handles on my bag, testing it for drug residue, I guess. I'm like, thank Lord. I wasn't on that type of time when I was in Michigan because dang, I got my ID and now I can't leave because there's stuff on my bag, stuff on my shoes. I'm like, oh Lord. But I finally got through. I didn't have a check bag, so that would be a whole nother situation. But it got me through. And it was like at midnight. So if I couldn't get that flight, it was going to be a wrap anyway. I would have had to wait the next day and have to deal with all the extra flights, extra fees and charges. just because I ain't have my ID. Because I don't be spending money like that, so my wallet don't always be in my pocket. I have it close in case, but 9 times out of 10, my wallet's not on me, because I don't plan on spending money like that.